Hey people, it's Tangent Wind Podcast, music episode. Say hi to
Yeah.
Landon.
Hi. Welcome to the episode of America's Music emo music to get pretty sad.
AKA Landon's episode.
Oh, we were originally supposed to have a different.
I couldn't finish the thing in time, I was really busy. We can do it next we can do it next week if you want.
We can wait.
Huh.
I don't know if I'll be able to finish the original for in a week.
Yeah.
That's just happening.
Alright. I listened to all the music, Landon.
What do you think of them?
Question, why did you make me listen to Jizzed in My Pants? Like, you do all this, like,
Actually,
really
right.
depressing, interesting music, and then you go, I jizzed in my pants.
Okay, I actually have a note explaining this.
Alright.
The fun song to listen to after I made you listen to other deeper songs. It gets more absurd as the song goes on.
I know.
That's it. No other reason. There's no other reason than it's not really listen to at least one slightly upbeat, amusing song
Uh-huh.
mixed in with the other dark and depressing ones.
Alright. I mean, I wouldn't say they're depressing. I mean, to somebody else, it probably would be.
I mean, some of them were.
I mean,
Preach was. Preach could be.
yeah.
Did you see the music video for it?
I watched, I don't know which one I watched.
You know, the one with Preach, the music video with school shootings,
I did not see that one.
racism
No.
in the public sector, immigration laws.
Okay, I didn't see that video.
Yeah, there's a music video. I probably should have sent you the music video. Awesome, on the big part of the song.
I don't know. I liked all the songs you made me listen to, but I think like the messages probably didn't resonate with me as much as they probably should have because I'm tired.
Fair enough.
I get most of them, but
Which one was your favorite?
probably Mansion.
Is it the picture? The more picture it paints?
Yeah, I think it's just
That's another
interesting, and the lyrics are really telling of
Yeah.
the mental state of the person singing.
Yeah, that's sort of one of my favorite parts about NF. It's sort of his more personal lyrics and his personification of his emotions.
So, why did you make me listen to Mansion before Intro 3?
So you can, did you understand the meaning of Intro 3?
I feel like I did. A lot of them are blending together in my head.
You know, the one where he buries someone in his backyard?
Yeah, he's burying himself and his emotions.
No, he's burying his fear,
Yeah.
which you can actually tell by, you know, the song and the lyrics in Mansion, where I let fear into my house years ago.
I caught that part.
Yeah. It wasn't until he buried his emotion, his fear within him. Just more of the There's no graph. I have actual notes for this word, but oh yeah. I feel like Mansion's just like a best place to start with NF.
It was good too. I think the rhythm, the lyrics. It's a very entertaining song.
Yeah, you can really hear the more Eminem influence in his early music compared to now.
In fact, quite a few times I'm listening to it and I'm like, this really sounds like Eminem.
Yeah,
It's not a bad thing.
Eminem.
It's not a bad thing. I'll say that. It's not a bad thing. But
Yeah.
I definitely feel like that was a big inspiration for the music.
Because this is sort of one of the songs that actually explains a little bit of his past with his child abuse with his stepdad, closing himself off to everyone, and his issues with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I do.
He does dive into more of these other details sort of in other songs, like what he did with Fear and Intro 3, and how he connected them all together.
Yeah.
I still continue on the same thing. I really enjoyed that part about NF. He still does that more or less in music nowadays. You can actually see his progression, I'd say, as him growing as a person and as an artist. And become better. Lose some of the burdens.
Yeah, all this episode made me want to do was just work on my album again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I really want to finish that idea, because it was a cool project. I still plan on doing it. I haven't, like, stopped. I still want to do it, I just don't know where to start, is the thing, because I don't know where to start.
I'd say start with lyrics, that's sort of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like I don't know, because I know what the last song is going to be called. But I don't know what I want to do about the first one. Like, I don't know what I want to start with. I don't know. Contact lenses could be a good start. But I'm not sure. Because it's not going to be like a super dark, serious thing. Because I want... Because I was going to call, like, the album or whatever... Unapologetically Barty.
Ready.
Because I think... Cause I just want to, like, I don't know. I think it'd be funny to write music where I'm just me being me, doing my thing.
That's fair. It is sort of like one of the better parts of the artist.
And so,
sort of where the art comes from, and they're just being
yeah,
themselves.
and the idea of it is the songs don't have to be good. I mean, there's a plus if they actually come out decent, but it's more so, like, I don't do things for success. I don't do things for people to view it or for people to find it good or bad. I do it because I think it's fun.
Yeah. Well,
like I could make like a movie and it could be the worst flop in existence. No, it's terrible. Reviews poorly. Everyone hates it, but I wouldn't care.
I mean,
because for me, it was that process of making it, like, that was the reason why I did it.
It almost sounds like a disaster movie.
Like the bad one?
Well, no, the movie about the worst movie in history.
What was that about? What movie is it talking about? That again.
I don't know. I haven't watched the movie. I haven't watched it either.
Well, the worst movie in history is Captain Marvel, so I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know. Maybe we can review that movie on the channel someday.
Yeah, we'll never review Captain Marvel because I will never sit through it again because it just makes me mad and sad. It only grossed $1 billion. They don't need us to talk about it anymore. I wonder how the sequel's gonna fare, because Ant-Man did poorly, and Ant-Man is like one of like Marvel's like it's like a fan favorite property. I guess it didn't fail, but it didn't. It's not. The MCU movies aren't making as much money as they used to.
Because they alienated their core fan base and everyone got tired of MCU movies.
Yeah, I
Everyone
think
else did.
DC might finally be able to take over in this movie genre right now if their big like James Gunn like rework actually pays off.
Yeah, but they canceled like a whole bunch of products, and that's gonna be in a few years down the line.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that it will. I'm saying that they have the chance. You know, they have their opportunity. They gotta take it. They gotta take the chance now, and hopefully it works out. As someone who's not really a DC fan, I'm also not really a Marvel fan. I just really like Spider-Man.
I like Batman.
Spider-Man is cooler, but it's your opinion, and I'll let you have it. But you're wrong.
Well, there's difference in values, but there is sort of the better parts of each.
No,
I really like Batman because of the actual villains. Batman has the best villains, I'd say. Because each villain is sort of an issue that he faces himself. There's an actual description of each one.
Oh gosh.
Like Joker with his own trying to control everything. It actually more or less shines through, I'd say, more with the Dark Knight trilogy.
I've only ever seen oh fuck, what is it? I think it was just what's the one with Joker? With Heath Ledger.
You mean Joker?
No, what's the Batman movie with Heath Ledger's Joker? What the fuck is that one called?
Suicide Squad?
No, Heath Ledger, the fucking.
Oh, The Dark Knight.
That's the only one I've seen. It's the trilogy, and I remember it's Batman Begins, something, and then Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, Batman, The Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Returns, which is the third one. The first one deals with Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
The second one deals with
Joker, and then it's Bane.
Yeah. That also brings up another topic. Two-Face, with his idea of justice.
Oh, I probably that. Cool.
Yeah, with his coin flip and other parts. Anyways, sort of getting off track from the music topic. But the music topic's something I'm passionate about.
Lame.
I'd say I understand it more than movies. I'd like to hope.
I think the reason why I like to understand music is because music is a core part of movies.
Because that is also something that I feel like you really like about NF. That's one thing he really likes to incorporate in his music, which is more dramatic, sort of cinematic feel.
Yeah, like
I've seen
like the big booming like orchestral soundtracks and things are very reminiscent of like big budget movies, and I think it's a really nice touch, and it makes it stand out more. Like I don't see because the songs are telling more of a story, and I think having that aspect of it where it feels like it's got stakes to it. Like what's happening matters. The more dramatic, like the dramatized version of events really like kicks up. Otherwise, like it takes like a good song and makes it even better.
You really like the cinematic feel, don't you?
I do. I love
movie artists all the way through.
Well, I mean, I think it's unique. I don't see many other, or I can't think of any other artists or anything that do something like that, right? So I think praising this kind of stuff when you find it is important, but I don't think people should try to replicate it because then it loses its like what makes it so special. If that makes sense.
That is sort of like finding your own unique style.
Find your own way to do that. Like me. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like a lot of. Because I'm a movie guy. I'm a big movie, but I love
Yeah.
movies, making movies. I want to make movies for a living. Movies and TV shows. I like shows more than I like movies, but movies make more money. And more people are willing to go watch a 2-hour movie than sit down and watch like an 8-hour show.
That is debatable, I'd say sometimes.
Well, by and large, people will watch a movie I recommend them over a show.
Yeah. But with the show, it might be more commitment.
Yeah. But I think with a show, you can, or like a book series or a manga or an anime, you can do more with the time that you're given than you otherwise would have accomplished
With one movie.
With one. Like,
yeah.
You can spend more time with characters, and you can grow more attached to things. Like, one of the weirdest things is people complain about how long One Piece is. But One Piece is long because it needs to be. The story that Oda's telling it needs to have this grand scale, or else it's not going to end up being like the same. Because so much time on detail is spent on a lot of characters and world building, and it really makes you feel for these people in this place. And I think if you get rid of that aspect of the story, then there's no point to watching One Piece, or there's no point to the story being told. Which is why I'm really nervous about the Netflix adaptation, because it seems like they're shortening down the first 100 episodes into 10.
Yeah, that's me disappointing, but I gave up on One Piece.
Don't worry, we're doing it for the podcast.
Yeah, after you told me that sort of the whole premise is about Luffy helping other people and Luffy not growing as a person, I kind of
Luffy does grow as a person.
Yeah, I just sort of gave up then.
He grows entirely as a person, quite a bit, actually. Everyone he meets affects his life in a different way. Why are my guys dying?
Inherited interest-free mansion.
Uh-huh.
I guess let's start for the last one, which is sort of the one that parts that I enjoyed. It's one of the things I wrote down, which much like how 3 Days of Happiness and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas sort of changed the way I'm trying to live my life. This song actually was one of the first ones to do it. I tried living my life on that message of being myself, doing it, getting it done because nobody else will help you with it.
Yeah.
Nobody will save you with it.
Yeah,
people will doubt you along the way.
I mean, as someone who's gone through life, I think, the shittiest part about my life is it's so incredibly mediocre with its ups and downs that I don't feel like I have the right to complain or tell people when what bad shit's happened, because it's not as bad as what other people have gone through. I mean,
What about your life?
Yeah, I mean, I'm listening to this music and I'm like, bro, this guy sounds like his life sucked. Good on him for keeping going, though. There's a lot of times where you can just stop and give up. This is the end of your journey. I'm done here. But the people who keep going, keep on you know, figuring shit out and living their life to the best that they can. That's kind of those are the people that will probably try to do something with their lives. I'd like to think I'm one of those people, but I don't know if I can be the person to incite change like I want to see. Like
change will not happen right away.
No,
something I'm
my true dream, honestly, is to just make I want to make a lot of money, right? Because money, you can get shit done. I don't want to live in a $50 million mega mansion with 45 floors and 1,800 bedrooms. I want to live a comfortable life, like 2-story house or a houseboat, and just make movies and shit, and use my money and my influence to try to change people's minds and make the world better. Like,
yeah.
You know, I think like the person I probably hate the most on the planet right now is like Andrew Tate, man. He just, by doing what he's doing, is undoing so many years and struggles of so many groups of people who fought for like equal rights, you know, with women and shit. And it's like, you know, and he's just putting them down and making people like even more sexist and shit again. And it pisses me off because he doesn't sound like he's the same guy. He doesn't sound like he's the guy who went through all this shit that they did. He wasn't oppressed. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't all these things. And so when I see videos of him talking about some terrible shit on the internet, and then somebody calls him out on his bullshit, and people just harass this person, tell them to die, and make fun of them for not having an opinion or not watching or understanding this person's stuff, it pisses me off.
It's true.
And it's like, you know, a lot of, like, some of my friends, like, a lot of people I know and people I see online will, like, you know, make fun of a lot of people for being into something or liking stuff or, you know, being different. And at the same time, I think that on the other side of the spectrum, like, I don't think everybody's right either, because, you know, as a person, I don't think the first thing I should learn about somebody is their race or their pronouns or anything. I want to know more about this person. I don't want them to introduce themselves by anything other than their name. You know, let me find out the details later on by making mistakes and talking to you, because, you know, that's how we grow. We can't just correct people and get pissed off when somebody says the wrong thing, because growing and changing takes time. Like, people often assume that I'm a very, like, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just because I'm not super far left, but I'm left. I think progressive, equal rights, you know, all that shit is great. It's a really positive and good thing for the world. But in the end, it's like, you know, I don't want to talk about that stuff because I don't want to make people uncomfortable. But then those are these. But I don't want to. But those are the people that are the people that need to learn about this stuff. Like, you know, it's not fair, like, to make fun of people for like, you know, being gay or, you know, or trans or whatever. And it pisses me off to see it happen so often, even though I think being able to make fun of the concept is fine. Make fun of being straight. Make fun of being white. I love that. I find it really funny. Like, I love the memes about, like Kenyon yesterday. He made a joke where he's like, "Oh, I'm super white. I'm eating like I'm eating like noodles unspiced." And I'm like, yeah, because that's funny. Holy shit. Sorry, really loud thunder outside my window. I wonder if my audio setup captured that.
No, I didn't hear it. So.
No, but there's noise suppression on the party chat, but not on the stream.
I can hear you typing on the keyboard.
What did you say, sorry?
I can hear you typing on the keyboard.
I'm not typing on my keyboard right now.
Oh, it's your fan.
Yeah, it's the fan from my computer. My microphone, again, it's my super sensitive one, so it's really close. I'll play Pikmin right now while we talk about this stuff.
Right now, I'm trying to think, I'm distracted. And I guess this is also sort of going back to sort of the issue, sort of like going back to one of the songs, "Preach" by John Legend, which is
Yeah.
fighting for what you believe in, what your values are.
I think that's a very important thing, honestly.
Yeah, and trying to change,
Because I
change
think,
for the better.
yeah, like
Try
my,
not to grow numb to it.
yeah, like you know, I like writing stuff. You know, Dried it's a story that I had originally intended to be helmed by a dude, right? And then I wrote some female characters, and I thought, damn, I think these characters are more interesting, because I don't think like Dried isn't supposed to be inherently political or anything, right? There is diversity in the show, but only because I think it's fitting. I don't. That's not the idea behind it, because I dislike a lot of media, like Netflix and stuff, where they just write gay characters or, you know, black characters just for the sake of them being of that minority group. They don't write them to be interesting or dynamic. And I think and I think part of this was I actually used to watch a lot of like YouTubers that were really right leaning and stuff, and they would talk shit about all these movies that I still hate, honestly. But I think a lot of them did inherently have a lot of prejudice, and I was kind of like mimicking that for a while. But as I kind of got older and I started listening to the other side of the story, it's like, this is not just a one-note issue that we can just brush off. You know, this is people's lives we're talking about. This is people's happiness that we're, you know, trying to rip away from people just because they like something or because they're a certain way. And that
Well, I guess it is sort of true, showing that you grew with that.
And so, and I think, you know, when I hear people talk about, you know, women or things like they're inferior or that they don't deserve the same courtesy or kindness as men do, it pisses me off. And it's like, I don't care what people say. People might, you know, if this was ever popular and people watch this, people say I'm white knighting, I'm just trying to get laid or some shit. I know they would. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not trying to.
We don't know what it feels like, so we don't care enough for it.
I can't say one way or another. Like, I don't care about any of that shit. Like, I have better things to do.
You mean you just more or less like basic human decency is just surprising.
Literally, yes. People just don't have that, and it pisses me off.
It's surprising
how little people, you know, will actually treat each other like humans. It makes me mad.
Okay, I guess one of the good things is that we're slowly changing as society.
Yes, I agree. Like, if I was saying this 10, 15 years ago, I'd probably be getting laughed at and talk shit to. You know?
Especially 30 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I think with a lot of, you know, things we live in a very indigenous area, right? I'm not racist. I'm not. But I find myself still sometimes thinking some thoughts that I probably shouldn't. Like when people I think when I was working at the market, you know, I got to see the worst, not the worst of it, but I got a whole host of new perspective on issues that indigenous people face. I had to watch people and, you know, make it I worked for an indigenous business, but I had to sit and watch as people couldn't afford groceries and, you know, would spend all their money on cigarettes rather than food. Hello?
Yeah.
Who joined the party?
Dr. B-Man.
Hey, Cock. We're doing our podcast.
Huh?
Doing the podcast.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
I forgot to set the party to invite only. My bad. You want to play some Fortnite later? Or sometime?
Sure. This is weird now.
Yeah. Only a little bit.
Because I didn't know you were doing your podcast.
Nah, it's my bad. I usually set my party to private when we do it, or we usually do it over Discord, but Landon's too lazy to
Right.
plug in his computer.
Got
I
it.
do. I also haven't tested out my microphone yet.
Yeah, Landon, you idiot.
So what were you
We're
covering
also
before I
supposed to be doing
joined?
a book.
We were talking about music and about politics and stuff.
What kind of music?
I just sent him 5 songs. Remember This by NF, Mansion and Intro 3 also by NF, and Preach by John Legend, and last but not least, Jizz in My Pants.
Can't say I know any of them.
You should just
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're pretty obscure. I mean, I don't know if they're obscure. I just haven't heard them till today. Except for Jizz in My Pants.
They're
Landon
good.
sent me that one a couple years ago.
Doesn't make them any less good songs though.
No, they're still good.
Great songs.
Yeah.
Mansion is more or less an in-depth idea into NF's mind and his issues that he's currently facing with his traumas of childhood abuse, his issues with his mom, and I guess having trouble opening up to people.
Oh, that's the big
Also
one.
doing a personification of his emotions, fear, anger, and his idea of his mind being a house. Well, a mansion that he's living in. He locked himself in the house. And from outside the world, while also being locked in with his emotions like fear, which is something he releases in Aries in Intro 3. Remember, this is more or less just about life lessons.
Yeah.
Preach is fighting for your values. And Jizz in My Pants is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I bought Deep Rock on Steam because it was on sale.
I did too.
I know you probably had it like before I got it
Oh,
on
yeah.
Steam.
Good game.
Without a
update
doubt.
should be- New update should be coming out soon.
Dude, I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah, me and Small are probably gonna be Small and we were talking about it the other day, and I was like, yeah, we should get Doc on. Or she said we should get Doc on. I'm like, good idea,
Yeah.
because he also likes good game.
Really, really wanna get fucking Payday 3, but of course it comes out later this year.
Nice. Oh, by the way, I know you're not part of it really anymore, but the show is basically we're almost done recording.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look,
I think
my
the-
job on the podcast is just initiating a conversation
Yeah.
with you, just talking for a few minutes straight.
I think the idea of like, you know, of like the music of just keeping like, you know, fighting for what you believe in, or, you know, working, like, I mean, you gotta work through that shit. You can't just bury it. I mean, you can, but eventually it's gonna kind of come back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Which is actually something you probably will see in the next album, is The Search. Which is the
Shit.
next album. I think he does
God,
actually.
no.
That was
I
the issue
feel
from
like-
back.
Oh.
I feel like
And he doesn't face it until his new album, Hope.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because, like, you know, understanding, like, and I think, like a good chunk of like, music and, or of kind of the idea of, like, you know, I'm looking at this guy, like, I don't know his face. I don't know anything about him other than this one part. But, you know, I think part of the reason why it's so entertaining and engaging for people is that it plays off of our sense of empathy. Humans have the
Well-
ability to look at somebody, and, you know, at a time it would be easier, but like even now it's like it's hard to look past surface level like aspects of other people as anything like else, like looking past to see the deeper meaning or the deeper personality. It's like it'd be really easy to write off like a successful musician or somebody as just some douchebag who has a lot of money and just writes good music, But when you like Eminem is like a classic example of like his story. I've never seen 8 Mile. But I've heard it's really good.
You haven't seen what?
8 Mile.
You haven't
it's
seen
mostly
it?
described
No.
in...
Well, okay, listen. I was an idiot when I was a
I
child,
hated
and I
him.
hated Eminem because I hated one of my friends, and he liked Eminem, and that was it.
It's such a good fucking movie.
I've heard. I'll watch it one day, but like I kind of get a bit like a gist of part of the story from like listening to people talk about the movie or just listening to some of his music, and it's easy to just write him off as some like rich white guy, who like raps and shit and makes a lot of money from it. But when you like look a little deeper,
When you break it down
you
more.
can start seeing the person behind it. He's not just some nameless. He's not just some like he's not just a face and a name who writes music. He has personality. He has problems, issues, stuff that he struggles with, and I think that's like a key part of like helping make the world a better place is trying to teach people how to be empathetic with somebody, even if you don't necessarily agree with them.
Well, you clearly haven't listened to sort of Kin. Which is something we'll probably do on the podcast if we do another emergency episode. Hey, you see, ladies and gentlemen, we're supposed to be doing another thing for today's episode.
I think this episode's better anyways.
Yeah, you didn't like the story?
I didn't finish the story, so I have no idea whether or not I liked it. I got like a chapter in, and then I kind of got really busy.
You only got a chapter in?
Yep. And then I got really busy, so I was gonna like a bit. I mean, I read all of 3 Days in Happiness in like 6 hours. Back when
I thought you meant you got like halfway through the book, not like a chapter in.
No, I started it, and then I didn't have to, but I stopped. I got busy, and then I'd basically just play a little Fortnite, and then I would just work on shit, and like, cause I'm really busy working on Reclaimers. I'm busy, cause I'm like right now I technically should be finishing up my lines. I only got the first 2 episodes of my lines done because I've just been so busy trying to find a job because I can't remain a deadbeat in my room forever. And I got an interview. I did really well. The guy said, and they just haven't got back to me yet, unfortunately.
Right.
So, and I've just been like, I've been like locked up, cooped up in my room, and I'm working on some other projects now too. Just because I want to get back out there and want to keep working and stuff. I'm doing my podcast.
Yeah, and I guess sort of going back to the part of empathy that I'd say that's not
I'm
only
doing my
reason why
fucking
this
podcast. Why do
What's going
people
on?
keep coming to my house while I'm doing my podcast?
Why do you keep on doing your podcast when they come to your house?
Why are you doing your podcast naked?
Yeah.
I'm not naked. I'm wearing my underwear. I don't leave. Why would I wear clothes in my fucking room?
Makes sense.
I'm not expecting other people to bust down my door.
Okay, you
your
live.
door's fine.
You're friends with Robin and me.
Yeah.
Who said I was friends?
Whoa, whoa.
Get wrecked, noobs.
Get wrecked, dumbass. Yeah, I was kind of feeling
I also
like
forgot you did
Okay,
that.
this is sort of
I was
going.
Yeah,
also,
I
I
know,
don't
but
None of us keep a schedule of what you do at our house
Brady.
to keep
No,
track
I
of.
think my family's just like unnaturally like gifted with videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, my keys.
Oh,
My mother posted a like on the first like couple hours of her posting a Facebook reel, like 300 views.
Damn, that's like my TikToks.
Was
when
it a
I
Shrek edit?
struggle.
No, it's just a picture of her coffee.
It's
She wasn't even trying to post it
actually
real. She just wanted to post
fallen
her.
into chaos
story.
40 minutes in.
Fucked up. Oh wait, is that fucking what is it called? Are you muted?
He's
No, I'm not fucking muted.
Yeah,
My
he's not.
microphone's over there and I'm over here.
He's playing Pigman.
Are those Skylanders?
Did you know
Yeah.
Is it actually
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able
Skylanders?
to
No,
finish today's
it's a
episode. already.
No, over there.
Yeah, he's looking at my Skylanders.
I knew this was Pikmin.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Which one are you playing?
The first one.
When did it come out?
waiting
Oh,
for
20 years
you
ago?
to
20 years ago.
23 years ago.
Who's on the podcast with you?
Landon,
Like,
as
who's-
always, and then Doc showed up.
for your soul.
Coctorcado, Coctavius.
And who's
Oh yeah,
watching?
No one,
Ready.
probably.
Yeah, so it's very important that we don't
Ready.
interrupt the podcast if nobody's watching.
Yes,
Shut up,
because
don't
it's,
be
that,
ass.
it's the
Don't be an
idea.
ass.
The idea behind the podcast. And yes, Doc, or whoever was talking to me.
Yeah. I recently found out that
Okay, I'm done. I'll be done.
the developers of Deep Rock got their
I want to look at your knife.
they got the Deep Rock soundtrack onto Spotify.
Yes, they did. I was hearing about that. They're also uploading it all on YouTube. Go ship.
Yeah.
A lot
Wait,
of
I'll
cool
save the
stuff.
comment for
now,
NF
now,
next time.
now
I
I'm
feel
just
like we should
waiting
end this episode, Brady.
for the developers for Metal
Probably.
Hellsinger to do the
What are they
same.
doing?
Because they've been
We're
trying their
talking about
hardest.
We're going to be doing more NF in the future, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. One sec.
I'm going to do that. You'll love the journey.
All right. 1 second.
Are you all playing different games?
Yeah. Usually I don't even play games, but I'm too tired to like focus
On the
on the conversation. I didn't sleep well, so I'm just playing Pikmin to play Pikmin.
Is it kind of a no-brainer game for you now because you still played it so much?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Pellet. It's a pellet.
Oh, okay.
Yellows. Come
I
this
thought
way.
it was
Don't they have a whole bunch of product placement?
Just
Yeah.
wish I could have talked a bit more about stuff in detail, but
We can do the 2.5 episode.
What's your podcast about this episode?
This episode is about some music that Landon made me listen to.
Was it good?
It was pretty good.
What genre was it?
Depression.
Punk rock.
Punk cock.
Bomb.
Whoa, what the hell? Let me do that to you now.
No.
Yeah, you
No, I don't deserve it.
No, yes you do.
No, I
You
don't.
deserve it just
Goodbye,
as much as
yellow
I do.
guy.
No,
Oh,
I don't.
you dick.
Prove. Tell me why. Give me a 14-page essay on why I deserve it.
That's why.
Alright.
That's your essay.
It's your essay.
Oh, very bright. That essay was enlightening.
you end the episode, Brady?
Not yet. I have to switch inputs. I have to switch inputs off my Wii U.
Where are you going next?